All right, Matthias. All right, so let's get into it. Breece Hall is the news of the day. And it just gets better and better for this Darren Mougey fella because he just keeps killing it. This is a perfect deal for the Jets. Great deal for Breece Hall. It's along the lines of what we talked about last week. I think we were talking 26, 27. Got 29. It's essentially a 2-year deal. Third year is a team option, essentially. And I believe, we don't know yet, but we're going to have to see what the signing bonus is. Because if he gets a big fat signing bonus, which he probably should, then what's going to happen is the cap hit that we would have taken under the tag this year will go down. So it depends on how they structure this deal, but either way, we don't need a ton of cap space this year, and we have a ton next year. So essentially a 2-year deal with a third-year club option. We'll see what the signing bonus is to see how it affects the cap, but my suspicion is this will help our cap both this year and next year. So you keep your talent in-house, you make him happy, he gets a bunch of money, and could be a 2-year, could be a 3-year deal. Let's see how he performs, but it's not a long-term deal. We're not killing our cap. Remember, we're going to have over $150 million in cap space next year. We're going to be begging people to take our money, essentially. So if you're going to pay a significant amount of money to a running back, that's the year to do it. So we got that. And then we can see how year 3 is. No guaranteed money on the third year, essentially a club option. If things are going great, we continue on with that. If not, we let him go and say thank you for your service. So now we're not going to have the distractions coming in camp. We know that. And we got a happy camper. He's going to come in and get things going on the right foot. And I think that Breece Hall's going to probably have his best year of his career, because this is finally the first year he has where he's going to be playing in an offense with a quarterback. You know, the best one he had was broken down Aaron Rodgers, and even then he wasn't great that year. Rodgers, that is. So, you know, hopefully the offense will be balanced, pass and run, and that will help Hall to be more efficient. And that's what I see. And also, I think he's going to get a lot of pass receptions as well. So, all good news on the Jets front. Flatbush Dre is here, hanging out. Yeah, we're celebrating. We got the Founders All Day IPA. You know, I thought it was time for a little drink. Sometimes at the end of the week you need a drink. Not that often. Not that often, to be honest. But sometimes you do. And so we got one going on. Matthias Simon, Mougey is doing something the Jets don't do, take care of their players. Yeah, well, what I would say Mougey's doing is smart things, right? We talked about this last week. The best predictor of future behavior is past behavior. And ever since he got his staff together, all he's done is smart things. Trades, signings, retaining the right players from the previous year. And now with this contract, he makes a very smart move. Good for the player, good for the club. The agent's happy, the player's happy, the club is happy. Everybody's happy. So that's just smart general managering. That's the way I see it. Phil says, I'm liking how Mougey is doing his business. He said he would get the contract done, and he has, with very little fuss. Yeah, I mean, they thought they were close. All the reporting was they thought they were close before the draft, and so just needed a few details, probably incentives, you know, this incentive, that incentive, let's get this in there. And, of course, I love incentives. If you hit your incentives, we're happy to pay you, of course. Yeah, he gets it done ahead of all camp. It doesn't have to be a lingering story. Makes the player happy. In fact, Breece Hall's reaction was that he cried. He said, I don't really cry. The last time I cried was when I tore my ACL, but this hits differently. And he was so happy he was crying. So, the player's happy. He's going to come in. He's going to work his butt off. I think he's going to have the best year of his career. That's what I think. We should have a very balanced offense, which is good news for